Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika, and this is what you should be watching, okay? So, you guys, I'm that friend that usually tells you about movies and shows, right? And so, I'm like, did you see this? Did you see that? No? Okay, watch it, check it out, and thank me later. So I'm going to give you guys just a breakdown of a few different movies and shows. It's no particular order. It's all genres. Usually anywhere between 5 and 20, depends. Some of the categories that you may hear me say is what I'm currently watching that I think you should be watching. Coming soon, soon come. Honorable mentions, just in case you were under a rock and you missed it. Okay. Old school classics, favorites, and 2-for-1s. All right. And in today's list, for the most part, these are coming soon, soon come. A lot of them are coming from Netflix. And originally, I did have a lot of coming soon, soon comes. But just as I was getting up here, I kind of changed my mind a little bit. You know, sometimes I do that and switch it up. I'm thinking I will save some of those because all we know is that they're coming in 2022. We don't really have release dates for some of them yet that I have here on the list. So I decided I would mix it up. It's probably going to be maybe about 10 or 11 that are coming from Netflix that are coming soon, soon come. And then I think I'm going to end it off with some favorites of mine that are also, in my opinion, representing Black History Month. Okay, since it is Black History Month, I'm going to throw some of those in there. And there's probably ones that you've seen, but maybe it'll be a reminder and you'll be like, hey, let me go back and watch that again, or let me watch it with the kids or something like that. And I think I'm going to add like 5 in maybe, for the rest of the month each week that I do this, so that it includes some of those classics and favorites that I like, and also represents Black History Month too. So that wasn't the original plan, but that is where we are gonna go with it now. Okay, so these first ones again that are coming in, or coming, that I'm about to say, are coming soon, soon come. Okay, and we're starting it out with Madea's Homecoming. All right, on Netflix, February 25th. If you're into Madea, some people are not. This is another one that Tyler Perry said he wanted to bring back to make people laugh because there's so much craziness going on. I'm all for that. So it says Madea's no nonsense self is back to handle the family drama that erupts at her grandson's college graduation. And again, that is Madea's Homecoming, coming to Netflix February 25th. Then, if you into it, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, of course we know all the different movies that they done had. And this comes out on Netflix February 18th, okay? And this is a sequel to the horror franchise where you will see John Larroquette return after 48 years to this grisly tale as Leatherface reappears after nearly 50 years of hiding to terrorize a group of young friends. So if you just so happen to be into Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that will be out February 18th, okay? And then we are going to go to Project with Ryan Reynolds on Netflix, coming soon, soon come, March 11th, 2022. A time-traveling pilot teams up with his younger self and his late father to come to terms with his past while saving the future. Okay, sounds interesting. Saw the trailer today. Looks like it might be good. I don't know, but check it out. Okay, that's coming soon, soon come. The Addams Project. Going to go to Vikings Valhalla. If you've been into the Vikings, I'm not too sure if you were. This is another one that is a sequel to that. Okay, coming to Netflix February 25th. In this sequel to Vikings, 100 years have passed and a new generation of legendary heroes arise to forge its own destiny in the making of history. And so since we're on Vikings, like I said, if you're into that, or maybe you didn't never know about it before, there is an original season of Vikings that show that has 6 seasons called Vikings, okay? And it's about Ragnar Lothbrok. He is a young farmer and family man who was frustrated by the policies of Earl Harrison and his local chief, who sends his Vikings raiders east to the Baltic states and Russia, whose residents are as poor as the Norsemen. Ragnar wants to head west across the ocean to discover new civilizations, right? And so there's 6 seasons of that. This is a spin-off from that. So maybe if you never saw the original one, you may want to check it out. And since I'm mentioning that, this is kind of a 2-for-1. This is The Last Kingdom. And it actually has some of the same stories. And it's starring some of the same actors that are in Vikings, right? So this one is The Last Kingdom. And it overlaps with the Vikings, right? Vikings is 793. And then starting with The Last Kingsman, this is 866. And it's a Viking conquest of York. The show's hero, Uthrod of Benebarg, a Saxon who is adopted by invading Vikings and raised as one of their own after the Vikings conquer his homeland. So these all kind of tie into each other. So you know, if you haven't seen those, you might want to check those out before the new one come. As far as The Last Kingdom, it pulls him into 2 different directions, as he has blood of a Saxon but came of age as a Danish Viking. The 2 shows are loosely based on the same history, and some of the same characters appear in both shows at different ages. So, you know, that's something interesting, just in case nobody knows about that, or even if you are and you want to kind of have a refresher before you get into the new season, or if you just want to watch the new one that's coming, okay? And everything that I mentioned will be in the comments, will be in the, you know, details as well, the description. And so then we have Top Boy. I don't know if y'all familiar with Top Boy. It's 2 seasons of that. I like Top Boy. I actually like season 1 a little bit better than season 2, but they're coming back for a new season March 18th. And it's basically Deshaun wants to expand his empire beyond the streets, but with the huge investment partners abroad and family crisis, more money means more problems, of course, right? And so just in case you want to catch up on that, in the meantime, before the new one comes out, you have plenty of time to go ahead and do that. Then we have, let's see, the Umbrella Academy. I love the Umbrella Academy. That's going to be coming soon come. It's 2 seasons up there, so if you never watched it before, or you did watch it but you feel like too much time went past and you want to get caught up before the new season, now is the time to do it, okay? And it's basically reunited by their father's death, estranged siblings with extraordinary powers uncovering shocking family secrets and looming threat to humanity, okay? So I definitely suggest that y'all check that out. Then we are going to go to, okay, this is going to be on Lifetime tomorrow night. Actually, the last couple times that I've mentioned stuff to you guys about Lifetime, they've really been coming in good. I have mentioned it like the same day, sometimes almost the same time that it's coming on. So this one I wanted to tell y'all about ahead of time, so that way you can be prepared and know it's coming, just in case you didn't know about it. They did Single Black Female last week, and they did a really good job with that. This one is called Line Sisters. It's with Latoya Luckett. It's actually Latoya Luckett, Kara Sherrod, and Rhonda Jones, okay? And they are Line Sisters, 4 sorority sisters, Valerie, Cassandra, Simona, and Dominique, as they reunite at Greek Weekend celebration held on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Having pledged Alpha, Beta, Omega, they share more than a bond of sisterhood after the mysterious death of the Dean of Pledge 15 years prior. But the past comes knocking on their door, and as they arrive on the island, strange things start happening, okay? So that may be something y'all want to check out. We also have Upload from Prom. I thought this was pretty good. There's only 1 season up there. It's basically about a man that is able to choose his own afterlife after his untimely death, okay? And then if you were into Ray Donovan, the TV show, you have Ray Donovan, the movie on Showtime. Basically, of course, it's about the Donovans, right? A showdown decades in the making, bringing the Donovan family and legacy full circle as the events that made Ray who he is today finally come to light. The Donovans find themselves drawn back to Boston to face the past. So again, if you was a Ray Donovan fan, you might like that. Now we are going to get to the part that is my favorites, and also things that I think can be a representation of, Black History Month. Okay? Well, as a matter of fact, before we get to that one, I will mention this one. It's called The Dropout. It's coming soon come for March 3rd, 2022. It's on Hulu, and it's a drama series based on the podcast The Dropout by Rebecca Jarvis and ABC Audio. So that is actually based on a true story. Okay. Now we will get into the section, like I said, that is my favorites, and then I'm also just including in for Black History. So we have Fallen with Denzel Washington. Now, this is not all Black cast, but hey, it's my favorites, and I'm adding it in there, alright? One, I don't care how old this movie is, how many times it comes on, I can always watch it. And so it says, after witnessing the execution of a serial killer, Edgar Reese, whom he arrested, police detective John Hobbs and his partner Jonesy are soon investigating another murder who models, the same operation is eerily similar to Reese's. In the course of the investigation, Hobbs must meet a theology professor, Greta Milano, who introduces him to the world of the occult and the possibility that evil spirits are behind the killings. And that is Fallen with Denzel Washington, one of my faves, okay? Then we have Lovecraft Country. I actually mentioned this last week briefly. There's one season of this. Unfortunately, it didn't get renewed, but it is so good. It's by Miss Misha Green. She's the same one that did Underground. Honorable mention, okay? And if you've never seen that, you should watch that too. She did it so well. It's not the Underground that was on Prime. This was also, gosh, what the heck was that channel? I can't even remember the channel that originally was on, but I know that they replay it on OWN, and it is available on Hulu. And this one, Lovecraft Country, was from HBO. And it was about Atticus Black, who joined his friend Letitia and his uncle George to embark on a road trip across 1950s Jim Crow America in search of his missing father. Okay, and these were developed, like I said, by Misha Green. And a lot of the H.P. Lovecraft's books were based in the location of many of these fictional tales that he made. And so she just kind of took that story and put her own spin on it and put history into it. Like I said, I briefly talked about it last week in one of my videos. And if you haven't seen any of my other videos, please go check those out as well. Okay, this is what you should be watching, number 9. And I have a whole bunch of other stuff in the other ones. If you don't see at least one movie in this one that you like, then you may see something in one of the other ones that you like. And so, like I said, check them out, okay? Then we have, coming again from Lifetime, I really have to give them their props that they do a good job with these. We have the Clark sisters, okay? With the guidance from their mother, five siblings overcome humble beginnings to form the renowned gospel group, the Clark Sisters, and they really did an excellent job with that, okay? I was rewatching that earlier today, and I loved it. Another gospel great, Mahalia. I thought they did a great job with this movie as well. Okay, Mahalia, an influential gospel singer, Mahalia Jackson, rises to fame in the 1940s and performs at numerous rallies during the civil rights movement, okay? And another one of my faves, also going on my Black History list, Bessie, okay, with Queen Latifah playing Bessie, she killed that, and I loved it, and I forgot about it for a minute until I was rewatching it. And this is Bessie Smith rises in music circuit after facing many hardships. She starts her career as a blues singer and becomes popular in early 20th century. Then we go to the United States versus Billie Holiday. Now I love the original, okay. Diana Ross's Billie Holiday. I could still watch that. Lady sings the blues and I could play it backwards, forward, know the words by heart. But I have to give credit where credit is due that this was definitely a different spin on the story. It focused more on how the Federal Bureau of Narcotics had Billie under investigation. Had a whole operation against her, whatever the case may be. And they did a very good job in that. Then we have One Night in Miami. Okay, that was on Prime. And this is basically focusing on February 25th, 1964 in Miami, where Cassius Clay joins Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, Malcolm X, and they discuss the responsibility of being a successful black men during the civil rights movement. I really enjoyed that one. Okay, and I think that's something, like I said, you could watch by yourself. You could watch with the kids. We also have Self-Made coming from Netflix, that was inspired by the life of Madam C.J. Walker, a chronicle of the incredible story of Madam C.J. Walker, first African American and first self-made millionaire. Okay, and last but not least, this is going to be a 2-for-1 because we had Octavia Spencer in Self-Made, and she also was in this one. This is Hidden Figures. 3 brilliant African American women of NASA, Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson serve as the brains behind one of the greatest operations in history as they launch the astronaut John Green. And so I'm going to end it there. And I hope that you guys find something off this list that you like. If you did and you watch it, come back, let me know. Was it good? Was it bad? What you liked? What you didn't like? If you know anything that I should be watching, please tell me. Leave it in the comments so I could go ahead and check it out, alright? And make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Till next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Toodaloo.